Hello guys, and what's going on? It's the Eradicator, and today we're gonna have another video on the channel. We are going to talk about a game that was recently revealed by Aerosoft. So Aerosoft, they don't always make great games, right? But sometimes they do. And so this one is called CityDriver. Now, it is made apparently by the same team that is also making the Train Sims games, for example, Train Sim Vienna and Train Sim Munich. And guess what? This game is going to be happening in Munich as well, as you'll be driving with a car across the streets of the famous Bavarian city. So obviously they are going to be using the same engine as Train Sim and probably the same assets, but instead of driving a tram, you will be driving a car. So, what is this game going to be about? Well, apparently it's going to offer you the opportunity to explore the streets of Munich in various cars. We'll talk about that later as well. You have to master diverse missions and challenges, enjoy the fun of driving your vehicle comfortably or sportly, and train your driving behaviors in traffic and other road uses. All of this with authentic vehicle physics. Yes! This is something I've been talking about and wondering for a very long time. Why do we have simulations with all kinds of vehicles, trucks, buses, trams, garbage trucks, fire trucks, anything, you name it, but not cars, actual simulations with cars in which you can drive realistically in a city? I would love that. And finally, it seems that we're going to have another game, which is Taxi Life, that we're going to talk about in another video, and this one here as well, CityDriver. Cannot wait for that. So what is this going to be implying here? In free play mode, we'll start to explore Munich with any desired vehicle from one of the many locations. The game options are completely customizable here. So if you want to have the usual traffic rules, then you have them. Or if you want, for example, collisions to be deactivated, it's also going to be possible if you're afraid of those. You can also have some random missions, which you can accept or decline. I wished that there were some explanations here with those random missions. I would like, for example, photography mission, go to some place and take some pictures and go back to the photography agency, which is something that we had in Test Drive Unlimited too. I would love to have passenger missions as well, pick up like some kind of Uber mission, pick up a passenger, drop the passenger off at, say, the the Bayern Munich arena. That is also something that I like to say within a given amount of time. There's also going to be a driving school, which is going to be a place where you'll be able to hone your skills as a driver. If you've never driven, for example, before, but you're interested in driving, this should be a great one as well. So what possible cars will you be able to drive in this game? Well, these are not going to be real cars, unfortunately. They don't have any licenses, but these are going to be looking very close to the authentic ones. So we're going to have sedans and coupes and compact cars and also sports cars. I think that the visuals here are speaking for themselves. For example, the sedan would be something like a Mercedes-Benz or Tesla that we can see here, whereas a sports car or a coupe would be more like something that looks like a Porsche or a Ferrari. And also different types of vehicles as well, or at least different types of engines. So we're going to have obviously the traditional internal combustion engine, but also the rising electric engines too. You'll be able to get a choice between automatic, semi-automatic, or manual transmissions as well. And all the cars here are recreated in detail and are fully interactive, both on the inside and the outside. So we should be expecting the same level of simulation that we get to see in the other games. So every button should be able to be working and have a functionality. It's going to be fun. It's going to be like a real car. And I can totally imagine that maybe some people will go hardcore and create, a sim in their homes with actual car parts. I would love to do that, but some people would do that, I'm sure. Anyway, it seems that modding is also going to be very important there, and that they'll be able to share the mods with the community. So since they don't have the official licenses for the cars, I can imagine that some people will put the real cars instead, or put the real logos, and that's going to be these are going to be mods that people will be able to have on Steam. It's always like that. You can see that in the Gran Turismo 5, for example, where the fake cars are being replaced by real cars, right? Obviously, you'll be able to use a steering wheel, but also a game controller or your mouse and keyboard if that is what you want. Let's talk about the city itself. So it is Munich, the capital of Bavaria. which is a state in southern Germany. You will be able to go in streets, but also some of the urban highways as well. We don't know if we'll be able to go a little bit far outside the city, far enough so that the autobahns will have unlimited speed limit. I don't think so, but maybe in a future expansion I would love that, because I've driven on German autobahns quite a few times, and driving at 200 kilometers per hour legally is awesome, and I would love to do that. But anyway, here they say that they're going to have detailed recreations of landmarks, historic buildings, statues, billboard, traffic signs, and other local objects that are waiting for you in Munich's virtual replica. Now, you're not going to be able to drive in every street. Obviously, it's going to be limited to a selected selection of streets, but it should be representing the city well overall. Here they say that exploring part of the city center and use the Autobahn and the state roads for faster rides. Yes, please do not limit us to 50 kilometers per hour. Driving at 100 kilometers per hour would also be fine, especially when you have those cars too. So when it comes to features, they have real vehicle physics, graphics and sounds, different types of vehicles as we said before. Realistic AI behavior is also something that they want to. They want to have diverse vehicles and pedestrians as well as actual traffic rules that will have to be respected. Now, how is this going to be? Are there going to be, for example, police cars, or are we going to have automatic fines? That is something that still remains to be seen. Something worth noting as well is that the scale of Munich is actually 1-to-1. So it's not going to be the entire city of Munich, but let's say when you drive 1 kilometer inside the game city, it's actually the same 1 kilometer as in the real world. That is what they mean when they talk about 1-to-1 scale area here. So yeah, very excited about this game. We don't really have a clear release date. It's for wish listing on Steam. They said that it is coming soon, but I think that from what they were saying, they should be aiming at an early access by the end of this year, early next year. So we'll be checking out an eye on this game, definitely, for sure. But let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Are you into simulation games? Are you a car guy? I love cars, so that's why I follow these games. Do you even have a wheel? How do you play your driving games? Well, let me know in the comment section down below, guys. Anyway, that is all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. It's been the Eradicator. I will see you guys later.